So welcome to ProfileTree TV, and today I'm very excited to be talking to Paul from a company called Snapfix. So Paul, thank you for taking time out to talk to us.
Hi Ciaran, absolutely delighted to be here. Thank you for having me on.
No, brilliant. I can't wait to have a chat about what you do and your business. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what is Snapfix?
Sure. Well, I grew up in County Cork on a farm, and I went to and studied computer science in University College Cork. And since then, I've spent over 20, nearly 25 years in the software business. I worked in New York City for 10 years, London for a couple of years, Australia for a little bit, over in Asia. And in parallel with all of that, I've been involved in a family business to do with property and building management. So I'm bringing both of those disciplines to Snapfix today. In answer to the question about what is Snapfix, Snapfix is essentially WhatsApp for buildings. So everybody in the world is using WhatsApp now, and it's really, really simple and intuitive and user-friendly for chat, but it's not very good for task management. So what we've done is we've used all the best principles of WhatsApp, and we've brought it into a task management structure using photos, tags, and messaging, and it's going very, very well with buildings and construction and that whole sector.
So basically with Snapfix, if you're on a site like an office or a hotel or a big building, if you see maintenance issues, you can take a picture and upload it into the app and track it being fixed. Is that the core functions?
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. What's unique about Snapfix is that everybody in a building or a building site or in any team can have Snapfix on their phone. And when they spot any type of issue at any point in time, they just take a photograph, they take a Snapfix, and it instantly appears to the management and the maintenance team for resolution. And we use a very, very simple traffic light, red, amber, green process for progressing things to resolution. And the nice thing about that is that it's so simple that it takes minimal to zero training. Most often with the companies and our customers, we don't train anybody. Everyone understands what the camera icon is. Everybody gets what a traffic light is. And we want to keep to that degree of simplicity. There's a few more little more complex features to it, but the core part of it is around leveraging all of the eyes and ears of everybody in a building or in a site or whatever to make it better at all times, because buildings and sites are always evolving. They're living entities essentially, and it just never stops.
Incredible. And would that be your value proposition then to your customers?
The value proposition is I mean, for all of us, time is our most critical thing. And in many of our customers now, it's around having all the information in the palm of their hands at all times and never have to go looking for information. We're not dealing with post-it notes or texts or emails or WhatsApps. Everything is recorded in Snapfix. And in some of the photos and some of the activities and the planned jobs in particular around health and safety, there's a big cost savings in relation to that, less insurance costs, less insurance claims, that kind of thing.
Amazing. No, it sounds incredible.
Time and money.
Oh yeah, you've ticked the two top boxes straight away. Of course, I know, and again, we've all been in massive sites, and I've often wondered how people stay on top of maintaining all the maintenance around the building. Like, it must be very, very hard, especially in places like hotels or offices, which are high use areas.
Yes, our initial niche, we decided initially to focus on the building sector, and our initial niche was actually hotels, and they were a wonderful, wonderful sector, a niche sector to focus on because they're open 24/7, they demand the highest quality, and they have a large audience of multilingual staff. And giving a simple solution that everybody could use with no training has been a very valuable learning experience for us as well.
Wow. And are you focused, obviously you're based in Dublin then, yeah?
We're in sunny Dunleary.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
A lovely part of the world, about 8 miles due south of Dublin.
Nice. I'm jealous today. That's incredible. And is your core proposition, is your focus in Ireland, UK, global? What's your target audience?
Snapfix is a global company from day one. And even when we were in the very early prototyping and beta stages, we had customers in the States and in Asia. So that's our focus, and our focus from here on out now is to target, in addition to Ireland, the UK, and primarily the US for now.
So global aspirations, incredible. And COVID-19 hasn't then impacted things?
It's impacted our customers. Of course, it's impacted everybody in the hospitality sector. And for us, we responded to that right away. We actually offered all of our existing customers an extension, a 6-month free license extension. So we wanted to do something to support them in this challenging environment. For us, I suppose, for the last couple of months, it's helped us to take stock and to chat to our customers, listen to our customers a little bit more, focus on making the product even better, and also expanding out to a number of other sectors. So now we have Snapfix operating with a number of additional construction companies, engineering companies, factories, and we also put an offer out to hospitals and nursing homes. We actually have made a free offer for 2020 to those sectors, again, just to help them in this environment, and that's progressing very well as well.
That's amazing. No, it's brilliant to see what you're doing for customers and for those sectors. And again, a lot of people are looking for help, and you know, we all remember who helps and who doesn't. So it's brilliant that you're able to do that.
I think it's important. I mean, we're talking to a lot of people these days managing empty buildings. Now, empty buildings are still multi-million euro assets, and I think just building the relationship with them, helping them at this time, and we always take a very, very long-term approach with everything we're doing at Snapfix as well.
No, but and actually, when you're talking about empty buildings, we're seeing in the news the likes of Twitter announcing that workers can work from home. I guess Facebook and Google now have went to January 2021. What's your thoughts on all this?
I think it's actually going to play out pretty well because let's say Twitter, for example, if 50% of their staff can work from home, the other 50% can work in the offices with a little bit more elbow room, so they can practice safe distance within the buildings. The challenge that people will have to get over is the lifts, the elevators, because you can only have so many in there at any point in time. But maybe we'll all start using the stairs and just getting fitter. So I think it's all going to play out quite well. I don't think there's going to be chaos in the commercial real estate market or anything like that. I think we're just going to work a little smarter. Maybe we'll travel less. We'll take less international flights for 1-hour meetings. And I think all of us being on Zoom, just like we are now, I think it's helping people to focus on the value of your time. And it's certainly making us focus on that.
For sure. And you think other businesses might then follow suit and switch to remote working?
I think so. I think we're never going to go back to the pre-COVID days. I think it's been an amazing social experiment globally to have everybody use the likes of Zoom within such a finite time. And I think we're going to see great advances through remote working, people working from home. I think it just could improve lots of people's lives to have the option, at least, to do some meetings, some days at home, some days in the office, and give that flexibility.
No, for sure. And you think investments are important in startups? I guess, have you taken investment, or is that something that you've done? And I'm wondering, asking a pointed question.
No. It's all, we're very, very, very public about it. We have taken investment. We've taken angel investment, and the brilliant thing about engaging with angels for us has been not only do they bring some money to the table, but they bring some amazing context to the table and some amazing advice. So we're always willing to hear and be directed and steered, because many of these investors have considerable experience with the path of other startups. And sometimes they call us up and say, listen, you should be thinking about this or this or this. And we're wide open to receiving all of that. I guess the difference between we bootstrapped Snapfix for its early days, and then we took on some angel investment. We're out now at the moment raising an additional amount of investment. And then after that, we may look to the VC world. So it's a step on the road.
It's a very planned process for sure, and you can't beat smart. I guess smart money is that the term it's called.
Yes, and having a great team on board is allowing us to have all of those conversations. I was very fortunate to meet a really, really experienced CTO and CFO very early on, and bringing them on board and sharing that load and building a superb team from day one has been critical, and that gets noticed by investors. and in January this year, we won an Enterprise Ireland award for innovation. And of course, we're always obsessed with simplicity and everything like that. And one of the things that they did point to was the experience of the team. And that certainly helps with all of the investor conversations.
Oh, incredible. And you think Irish startups, so is it a easy process to get investment, or is it a tough investors?
No, it's not. I was fortunate. I signed up for an Enterprise Ireland program called New Frontiers, and they as part of that, they gave us a number of mentors, and on the investment side, on the sales side, on the strategy side, and putting all of those together in your business plan to present to investors in your deck was a critical part of the process.
Wow.
But the good news is there's plenty of investors out there. They are demanding, and they should be demanding. And every single conversation, you learn from every single conversation, and you get better as you go.
No, brilliant. Totally true. And again, we can't do without our mentors in the business. I would have a few mentors, and I had as you said, tough conversation yesterday. I was working on my strategy, and they were forcing me to stretch every single goal. That was it. Take just that wee bit more, and I wouldn't have done it otherwise if they weren't asking the right questions. So having that oversight is brilliant.
Absolutely. We have some mentors encouraging us to go to the States sooner rather than later. A well-worn path for Irish companies would be, win in Ireland, then move to the UK, and then the States. We'll likely tackle the UK and the States in parallel.
Brilliant. Wow, I'm excited to watch for that. That's brilliant. And you think startups without investment, would you say it's a disadvantage, or is that definitely a harder path?
I think it probably depends on the startup itself. For me, there was a period of time where bootstrapping worked, but everything always takes longer than it takes without investment or with investment. So for us, we have a really, really good solution now. We've had an exceptional solution now, and there's no reason that markets all over the world shouldn't be using it. So we do require considerable investment and everything else that comes with the investment to be able to scale globally.
And what's next then? What's in the future? What's the roadmap look like now?
The roadmap to date has been very product focused. And from here on out now, it's all sales and marketing and customer success focus. So sales, marketing, customer success will be one department. It'll be one focus area. It's all about getting customers on board, providing overwhelming value. Something that's always in our conversation here is 10x. We always want to offer 10x value to our customers. The product needs to be 10x better than the competition. So it's all around marrying both of those together. And the game plan there is when people are overwhelmed with value, they'll share with their friends and colleagues, and that's always the best form of marketing.
Exciting, yeah, no, for sure.
It is. I guarantee everybody a roller coaster when they come into Snapfix. I didn't think we were going to have the roller coaster of the last 2 months with COVID, but it's all part of it.
Oh, this is it, and you just don't know what's around the corner, the good and bad. But this is part of the journey, isn't it? It makes it exciting.
Absolutely, and I think when you take a long-term view of your company and of the world, these are bumps in the road. I keep saying to the team, if this is 10 years time frame, we're here now. We're just back here. We've got a long way to go. So there will be bumps in the road. There will be challenges. We will pivot a little bit as we go. But it's unbelievably exciting. I mean, for the first time in the history of the world, we can produce a solution that can be used anywhere in the world tomorrow, and that's just phenomenal.
Yeah, very exciting. No, incredible. Exactly, download onto a mobile phone and away you go. So no, brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So who would be? So anyone watching this, again, I'm going to ask if anyone's interested to how they can reach out to you and find out more about your product. But who is the perfect user of your product as well? Who should reach out to you, and how would they do it if they want to have a chat?
In a generic sense, I think it's probably facilities managers, maintenance managers, people on construction sites, architects, surveyors, engineers, and the like, operations managers, anybody who's responsible for managing tasks in a building, infrastructure, or equipment-based environment. So anybody like that. Many of them to date will be using WhatsApp already, and they'll be struggling a little bit with it because everything is in a big, long chat. but we just structure it, and our mission is to make everybody more organized and efficient.
Yes, and I know there was a big, actually, I echo that. There was a big push over the last couple of years to use WhatsApp for business, which is great for instant messaging, but for organization and history tracking, it's a disaster. So I second that.
It is. And the other thing is our solution is completely private and secure to the business customer. I'm not sure we can say that about WhatsApp and some of the publicly free messaging apps.
This is true, and then it's on. Yeah, you don't know where it is, people's phones and everything. Yeah, enough said. But that's definitely true. So, where's the best place for people to find out more about the business?
So our website is www.snapfix.net, and that's the best place to find all the information. We have a new website launching very, very soon, so it's going to just look better and better. And all the emails and phone numbers and everything are on there.
Incredible. No, Paul, thank you again for your time. That was brilliant. Really appreciate it.
Ciaran, thank you so much. I really enjoyed the conversation, and I look forward to speaking with you again.
For sure, we will do it. And thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this chat with Paul. It's very interesting to hear about investment and plans for global domination. So definitely, one for us to keep an eye on. If you want to reach out to Paul and his team or find out more about the business, click on the links below and it'll take you straight through to his website. And again, if you enjoyed this video, why not share it on social media? And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Thank you again.